Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Husbandry Reptile right here on YouTube. Today we are in Kalamazoo at the Kalamazoo Reptile Expo. They do this twice a month. We're going to take you around and show you all the cool things they have to offer here. So let's go ahead and get started with today's tour.
Out and about today, huh?
Heck yeah, brother. How's business today?
Oh, not horrible. Getting rid of some of the odd end stuff, a lot of the rescues.
Yeah, that's good.
How about you?
Doing a video today, hanging out, you know?
Oh, yeah, there you go.
Yeah. Absolutely beautiful. And that's a blue rhino iguana. Who do we have here?
Hi.
Nice. Roughly how old?
About a year.
About a year? Okay.
Yeah, the guy I got her from is severely underfeeding, so she's a little slower to grow.
Okay. So normally it would be
6
bigger?
months ago, she was about this size.
6 months ago, that size, and is now
Now she's on a good week.
this size here.
She should be about twice the size, but she's growing.
Okay, okay. Yeah, wow. It's kind of almost like a plasticky feel.
Worms have some of the smoothest leather feel to them.
Yeah, yeah.
Snakes. Most people, if they've never touched or felt a worm, they're surprised because they expect a ball. These are more bumpy, more scaly.
Yeah, yeah, that's
Those are
what
more silky smooth.
that's exactly what I was thinking. Yeah. Very pretty. Now you said you were feeding it more than what it was before. So what sort of like feeding regimen? Like how often?
So with worms, reed ticks, your larger specimens, they have higher metabolism.
Okay.
So they should really eat up to the first year at minimum once a week. At minimum.
Okay.
The problem was he's feeding her every 2 weeks.
Okay, and that just wasn't
I
enough.
mean, even your bulls when they're babies, they should be eating every 5 to 7 days.
5 to 7 days at this size right here.
Yeah. So with the worms, like my worms, my reed ticks as I'm raising them,
Yeah.
I feed them. If I see them poop, since they have such a high metabolism, they poop.
Yeah.
So sometimes it's every 3 days, sometimes every 5 days. I have one girl, it's like once every 7 to 9 days. You really have to know your snake. Balls, they don't they don't defecate as often as the larger snakes do.
Uh-huh.
So with them, you know, once they get to about this size, every week to every other week, depending on their weight. Like some of mine, I like to keep mine a little chunkier. I don't. Some people think, oh, it's a fat snake. I think it's a healthy snake.
Right, right,
Snake can't come to you ham.
right.
So I like to keep them a little bit on the plumpier side. Like these two here, probably a tad bit overweight. That's how I like to keep it.
Just a little bit more on the plump side.
That's the way I like to keep them.
Now, is there such thing as obesity in snakes?
Yes.
And what is it? Like, what would that
She's on the
entail?
verge. She's on the verge of obese.
Okay,
But
okay,
the good thing with balls though is they regiment their own feeding. If they
Okay.
know they're getting too big, they'll go on what they call a hunger streak.
okay.
It is, but it isn't normal. So if you know your temperatures in your enclosures are perfect, humidity's perfect, you know, things like that,
Yeah,
and your snake still isn't eating, but it looks like that, that's not an issue. Now, if your snake
Right on.
is skinny and not eating, then you have husbandry issues, which means your
Sure.
humidity's not right, your enclosure's not right, maybe it's dirty. Your snake will tell you a lot just by the way they eat.
okay. Now, do you sell outside of expos?
Not really.
Okay,
I'm not. I don't do it for the sales. I like to create things.
yeah,
Everything
yeah.
I say I've created. So that's what I like to see is if I take this and I mix it with this, what do I get out of it?
Mhm.
You know, for instance, this one here,
Yeah.
this one here, and that one there are all from the same clutch.
Wow, that much
Just the
variant from the yeah.
You know, that's the stuff I like. And then you got this one here,
Uh-huh.
this one, that one. Those are all the same clutch. So
That's
you
amazing.
mix two snakes, and you get such a variation of colors and patterns.
Yeah,
That's what keeps me intrigued with the industry. I know I can take X and I can take Y and get Q. You know,
gotcha.
so
I just didn't know if like you had a name for like my audience to like get a hold of you if they wanted
Oh,
you to buy.
I'm on TikTok as Geeked Exotics. There's the name there.
Let me
That's
let
on
me get your
TikTok.
tag for you. So if somebody wants to reach out here, Geek Exotics on TikTok.
And then on Facebook, it's Geek Balls and Exotics.
Okay.
Little play on words there with the ball pythons.
Right on, yeah. And clearly you know what you're doing here, so
I know a little bit. I know not to get me in trouble.
yeah, don't we all?
25 years in the industry, man.
Yeah, yeah. They are beautiful. Well, thank you so much for your time. I really
problem.
appreciate it.
Have a good rest of the show.
Thank you. right, guys, I think we're going to call it a wrap today. Hung out here, saw a lot of cool stuff, interviewed some really cool people, and of course, we got to see some really cool reptiles here at the Kalamazoo Reptile Expo 2025. So I say that this is the 2025 Expo, but they do this once a month. So you guys have an opportunity to come out here once a month and check out everything they have to offer here. Every time I've come here, it's different. So again, thanks for watching. Thanks for hanging out with you guys. And until next time, bye now.